You open your banking app, you stare at the number on the screen. It is $53.19. And your first thought is not, oh my God, I need to calm down. It is, I definitely deserve a little treat for surviving this. You close the app, open Starbucks, order something with 3 different milks and 2 different syrups for $9 and call it self-care. You keep saying you want financial freedom, but your coffee order thinks you are a millionaire with main character trauma. You are not bad with money. You are just dangerously good at explaining every purchase as mental health care. Welcome back to Simply Chaos, the channel for people who say, I'm so broke while holding an iced latte, a DoorDash bag, and a Target receipt that is somehow always $80. Today, we are talking about loud budgeting, little treats, girl math, and why you are somehow broke and overstimulated and still whispering, I deserve this, every time you tap Apple Pay. Let us start with the basic problem. You are actually stressed. Rent is insane. Groceries cost more than your entire childhood. Your paycheck feels like it does a quick meet and greet with your bank account and then disappears. And in the middle of that, capitalism hands you this beautiful coping mechanism called the little treat. Bad day at work? Little treat. Good day at work? Little treat. Literally just existed and didn't scream at anyone? Little treat. Your brain doesn't say, I am not okay. It says, I am not okay, but also iced coffee would make this so aesthetic. You are tired, overworked, underpaid, and the only thing you can control today is whether or not you buy the stupid $7 drink. So you buy the stupid $7 drink, and honestly, on a feelings level, it makes sense. Here is where it gets chaotic. Because your brain doesn't treat money like math, it treats money like vibes. You have invented an entire psychological framework called girl math. Under $5? That's basically free. Under $20? That doesn't count as real spending. If it's on sale, you didn't spend money, you saved money. If you pay with Apple Pay, it's not money, it's just phone tapping energy. If you return something for $50 and buy something else for $70, your brain goes, I basically only spent $20. You don't need a finance degree, you need an exorcism for whatever this logic is. And then to make it worse, TikTok gave us loud budgeting, which in theory is great. You finally start saying, I can't go out, I'm saving. You post videos like, come with me as I stop impulse buying and get serious about my money. You make aesthetic Notion pages. You color code your categories. You say things like, I'm in my responsible era, and then immediately DoorDash a $28 poke bowl, because I didn't have time to cook, and my time is also valuable. You are loud about budgeting, and very quiet about your Uber Eats history. On the internet, your budget is this beautiful spreadsheet. Rent, bills, savings, investing, big girl financial goals. In real life, your budget is rent, bills, vibes. You open your serious budgeting spreadsheet, and there is a mysterious category called miscellaneous that is $412, and you genuinely could not explain a single line if someone held a gun to your head. Let us be honest, you say, I don't even spend that much. And technically you are right. You are not buying a Tesla every week. You are not booking 5-star hotels, you are just treating yourself a little. Every single day, a coffee because work was hard, a snack because you walked past the store, an Uber because you were tired, Target because you needed 1 item and left with 12, Sephora because I just want to try it. And now your bank account is not dying from one huge stab wound. It is dying from 10,000 tiny aesthetic paper cuts. You are not high maintenance. You are just on a subscription model to your own impulses. And here's the scariest part. Little treats feel so harmless because they are small. You are not saying, I am sabotaging my future. You are saying, it is just $7. You're not saying, I am delaying my savings goals for 3 years. You are saying, it is literally just 1 drink. Except it is not 1 drink. It is 1 drink times 300 days. I had a bad day therapy that costs $2,000 a year and never actually fixes the bad day. And now, on top of everything, we've rebranded it. Before it was just impulse shopping, and you could at least feel a little guilty. Now it is self-care, inner child healing, little treat culture, girl math, soft life, loud budgeting but make it content. You didn't change your spending. You just changed the caption. You did not heal your relationship with money. You just gave it a cuter aesthetic. And look, let's be fair. The economy does suck, Wages are weird. Housing is a joke. It is not like you skipping Starbucks will magically buy you a house next year. But that's not the point. The point is that you keep saying, I want financial freedom, while your brain is running a full TED Talk to justify every tiny swipe gets a human right. I work hard. I deserve this. I'm sad. I deserve this. I barely survived that meeting. I deserve this. I'm literally breathing. I deserve this. At some point, the question becomes, do you actually want freedom? Or do you just want to feel less terrible today? Because those are not always the same thing. Here is the annoying part, I promised. You are not lazy. You are not stupid with money. You are not doomed. You are just emotionally wrecked and very talented at building cozy little stories around your spending so you don't have to look at the pattern. So what do you do besides cry in front of your bank app and then order bubble tea about it? First thing, we are not going to pretend you will stop all treats. That is fake. That is a lie. That is how you end up binging a $400 weekend because you tried to become a minimalist overnight. Your brain needs something to look forward to. So instead of pretending you are suddenly a monk, you make a line item in your life called chaos money. Take whatever you can realistically spare. Not fantasy money. Not future raise money. Actual, ugly, current money. $50, $100, $200 if you are bawling like that. That's your treat budget for the month. Coffee, snacks, Target, random candles that smell like soft linen anxiety. All of it comes out of that same pile. You can blow it in 3 days or stretch it for 4 weeks. Once it is gone. Not because you hate yourself. Not because you are not allowed fun. But because your little treat needs to be a treat, not a lifestyle. Second thing, if you hate budgeting, if spreadsheets make you want to throw your laptop out the window, I want you to track just one number this month. The little treat total. That is it. Every time you buy something that your brain labels as I deserved this instead of I needed this to survive, you write it down. Tuesday, sad coffee, $6. Thursday, survived meeting cookie, $4. Friday, just browsing Target, $37. Saturday, bored Sephora, $52. Sunday, Uber because I didn't want to be perceived on the bus, $18. You don't judge it yet. You don't become your own accountant. You just collect the chaos. At the end of the month, you read the list, and it will hurt. It will feel like going through your ex messages. You will see every mood swing, every breakdown, every I couldn't be bothered, every I'll start next month. You will realize you were never bad with money. You were just using money as the main coping mechanism for a life that is constantly stressing you out. Third thing, what if some of your little treat budget could be not a treat for your feelings today, but a treat for your future stress? You could still get some iced coffee. I am not here to start a war. But maybe once in a while, instead of a $30 DoorDash because I deserve to rest, you use that money to buy back your energy in a different way. Pay someone to deep clean your room once. Buy a cheap gadget that actually makes cooking easier so you DoorDash less. Pay off a tiny annoying debt that's been mentally screaming at you. Replace the headphone that keeps cutting out and making you rage every morning. A little treat doesn't always have to be sugar and caffeine. Sometimes the treat is less chaos in 3 weeks. The point is not to become a budgeting robot. The point is to stop letting your money disappear into 1,000 unplanned I had a feeling purchases you forgot about the next day. And last, I want you to stop saying, I'm horrible with money like it is your entire personality. You are not irresponsible. You are not a failure. You are just incredibly creative at building a whole motivational speech in your head to justify a frappuccino. You grew up in a system that told you 2 things at the same time. Life is unbearably expensive, and you can fix any feeling with a purchase. Of course, your brain is confused. Of course, you are doing little treat math at 2 a.m. while whispering, I want financial freedom like a prayer. Here is the reframe. You are not the villain of your bank account. You are the main character who finally realizes the plot twist. The latte was never the real problem. The autopilot was. If your brain just replayed your last month of little treats like a horror movie, congratulations, this episode was absolutely about you. This is Simply Chaos, the channel for people who scream, I'm in my saving era while their DoorDash driver is literally on the way. Go to the comments and confess your most unhinged little treat logic. The candle that cost as much as your phone bill, because the vibes heal you. The Uber you took because walking with your thoughts for 10 minutes felt illegal. The time you said, at least it's not that expensive, for the 15th time in 1 week. And if you want more gently savage reality checks about modern life, money, identity, and the weird ways we are all just coping with vibes, stay in this chaos corner with us. You are not terrible with money. You are not doomed to be broke forever. You are just a tired human in a ridiculous system, learning to give yourself a little treat without setting your entire future on fire. We might as well figure it out together.